Hey, this is Becca with the Unicorn Fur Art Studio. So today I am doing a very quick tutorial on how to make 3D fish resin coasters. So the first thing I did was put down some blue tinged resin and I let it dry. So let it dry overnight. So now I'm adding in some actual fish rock. So I just went to the dollar store and they had a colorful fish rock. So that's going to be the first layer that I put down. And now I am deciding just what kind of fish I want to be in my coasters, keeping in mind the depth of the fish that I'm adding. So I'm just going through and seeing which ones I have and which direction I want them to be facing. Knowing that I'm going to be working in layers as I fill up the resin tray. So I'm just moving the rocks around and just getting an idea of what it's going to look like in reverse. So that's the second biggest thing that you can do. And I'm trying to find other things other than fish. So I tried turtles. The issue that I was having was the depth of the figurine. So I did find a stingray, working with that to see if I can sand it down after the fact to take off the belly of the stingray. All right. So now I decided to go with the turtle, and it ended up being just too big. So I tried to stick it down, and it didn't work out. So I fished out the poor little guy, and I scooped him off and went back with the stingray, and it ended up fitting just okay. So it's a good thing that you kind of stick around to see if anything's going to float, because sometimes they float more to the top and they don't work their way into the resin. So I'm pressing mine down with popsicle sticks to make sure that they get to the bottom of my tray, because I don't want them to be sticking above it once it's dry. All right. And now I am adding I wanted to add a little bit of glitter. And this is the first time I've ever added glitter in a coaster. And I wasn't quite sure if it was just going to sit on the bottom or if it would slowly make its way to the other layers of the resin, which is what it actually did, which is great. So use a heavier glitter. I used chunky glitter and I used some very thin, I think it's called fairy dust glitter. So I could achieve the effect of it being on multiple levels. So that was my last thing that I did right before I got out my torch to make sure I can get out all of the resin bubbles before I let it dry. Okay, so now getting out the bubbles. This is my favorite part. Be careful when you're doing this so you don't burn the the mold, or if anything is sticking above the mold level. So I'm going very gently over all of the resin, just making sure that all the bubbles are out. Although a few bubbles did stay in, and I left them there because I wanted it to look like a fish tank, like the fish were actually kind of were underwater breathing. So as you can see, typically I do a lot of resin things all at the same time, just so I can try different things, not waste the resin. All right, so here we are. They are now dry. So I am popping them out of their molds. And I did not use any kind of mold wax or anything. They just popped out very easy, which was really good. And then once you have them all popped up, you can do a little fine-tuned sanding around the edges if you feel like we've got some edges, but they turned out absolutely fantastic. And I think that they are just adorable. I like that I added a little bit more components in there. The pieces that you see that are carved, those are accent carved pieces. So make sure if you are wanting to do something like that, you check out my video on how to carve resin. It is a lot of fun. All you need is a small Dremel, some pliers, and then some solid resin chunks. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and it gives you some great ideas on some future holiday gift creation. So make sure you like and subscribe and follow, and there will be more videos to come.